Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Today we will be reviewing the movie The Woman in the Window on Netflix. It is a mystery drama and stars Amy Adams playing Dr. Anna Fox. Agoraphobic Dr. Anna Fox witnesses something she shouldn't while keeping tabs on the Russell family, the seemingly picture-perfect clan that lives across the way. So this movie is based off of a book. I didn't know that until after watching it.
Yeah, I didn't know that until after watching it, but now I know the book. I realized at the end I knew the book.
So this wasn't a bad movie. I enjoyed how they filmed it with the different angles and different shots. It just had some really cool shots.
I did think the shots were cool to some degree, but I feel like some of it was also like not at the same time. I feel like sometimes it gets to the point where it's like just doing too much. Mm-hmm. Like the angles can be different and creative, but then you can't just overdo it though, because then it just kind of gets like
old.
Yeah, and corny in a sense, because it's like you're just trying too much to me. But yeah. I do appreciate the different angles, different shots, and different ways people come up with, shooting a scene or something. So yeah, this movie was interesting because it starts off with Amy Adams, which is the doctor, Anna Fox. She's like a psychologist, something like that, right? Like a kid's psychologist.
Psychiatrist.
Or psychiatrist. She's living in this home by herself. Well, like the upstairs by herself, and there's like a bottom part of the house.
The basement.
Yeah, like the basement that someone else lives in. And the whole movie's confusing for the most part. Like in the sense of you don't know what's going on. You know that she's witnessing stuff.
You don't know if she's hallucinating.
You don't know if she's You don't know if she's hallucinating. You don't know if like what it is, because she's on pills, doing this, doing that, and she seems a little off. Mm-hmm. Everybody seems off though. Like everybody.
They make you seem like she's going crazy and that she's in the wrong and everybody else is like pointing the finger to her. But then other things happen. It's like, wait, she's not crazy. And then something else happens, like she is crazy. And it's just like back and forth, like tug of war.
Yeah. So a new family moves in across the street, new neighbors, and then their son, which is like 15 or 16.
15 and a half.
They start talking and getting to know each other a little bit. And then all of a sudden the mom comes over later.
Yeah.
They're starting to get to know each other. It's just very weird though.
Yeah, so when the boy comes, it's a little creepy because it's like, just how he's acting, it just seems like he wants more. And then the mom comes over. She's a little weird. Not a little weird. She's very weird. Then next day or whatever, the husband comes.
Mm-hmm. And says, did my wife come here?
Which is so weird.
Yeah, or did anybody really come here, but specifically my wife last night or something like
that.
The whole time you're thinking like, okay, this guy, he's probably like abusive.
Because the night before when his wife was there, she said that he could be jealous.
Yeah.
And that she has to hide things from him.
Yeah.
And the fact that happened kind of like added truth to the story. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of like he was controlling.
As time goes on though, she can see inside their house. Mm-hmm. And she's just watching them. She sees stuff go down. Stuff goes down, like yelling or arguing, this and that, and all of a sudden the wife leaves. So then she ends up calling. The husband picks up, and she's like, oh, I heard a scream, this and that. And he's like, you heard a scream? What are you talking about? It's only me and my son here.
The husband called back saying, you called.
More stuff, it's just time goes on again, but she's still like off. And you don't know, and everyone's still acting weird. Then she really sees stuff go down. She witnesses a murder.
Yep. Cold-blooded murder.
She witnesses a murder. She's freaking out, calls the cops. She decides to go over there, but she does not go outside.
Yeah, so she has, like the description said, agoraphobia. So she can't go outside, but she just can't bring herself to go outside.
Yeah, but she decides to, with an umbrella, covering her face, or like covering her, like she can't see anything. She's peeking, going back. And then a car comes. Looks like she gets hit, but I don't think she does. But they made it seem like she did until she woke up, and I'm assuming it was the cop or the detective. And she starts asking about it, and then the husband all of a sudden is in her house.
Yeah.
And is like kind of questioning her.
When that happened, when she first woke up and seen him in the house, I was kind of confused because I was like, wait, is he like a part of the police department or whatever? But he's not. It just, for some reason, it felt like that to me. I don't know if that...
I didn't get that, but I guess I can see that. But then there's a twist, because the lady that comes forward claiming to be his wife is not the same lady that she was talking to.
Not Jane Russell.
Yeah, so the crazy thing is though, is at this point, as the viewer, you're starting to second guess again, like, okay, maybe she is crazy.
Yeah.
Or maybe she's not though, because maybe they're just being sketchy and he found this girl to replace her, like, I don't know, like step in and say that I'm the wife. But then the boy backs him up.
Yeah. Covering for the dad.
You never met my mom. And so that's basically the movie though. It's you trying to figure out as a viewer, like, okay, is she crazy because she seems off, she's taking pills, she's seeing her own therapist like multiple times a week, and you just don't know if she's legit or if she's just crazy.
Or if there's a little truth, or if it's all a lie.
Yeah. So, anyways, though, this movie, for the most part, kept my attention. I was pretty much into it the whole time, which is surprising. Even though I did think some parts were weird. Like I said, some of the shooting was weird, and then but not just that. Just some parts, I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't fully. Like, I feel like it could have been better. I liked Amy Adams in it. I like Amy Adams. I think she did good with the acting and stuff. I think they all did really good with the acting. What'd you think of the movie?
I liked it. It looked better in the little preview that Netflix gives you. This definitely has its twists and turns, especially towards the end. It takes a complete left turn.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's what I mostly mean by me not liking some of the parts.
Yeah.
Was the ending. Like, or like that last like 15 or 20 minutes, it kind of just switched to a different type of movie, and that was a little weird. I don't normally like when movies do that, when it's like this type of movie, and all of a sudden at the end it turns into like a completely different genre. So in this movie, obviously there's a killer. I understand it, but they almost turn into like a slasher type vibe, with even just the shots of like a bloody knife rubbing against the stairs, and
it was a bit much.
It just turned into like, this is like, okay, what is this, Michael Myers, or like, you know, like that part, it was just like, it was weird. Yeah. Because it wasn't this type of movie the whole time. It was a slower movie. It was weird. This movie was weird because it was slow in the sense that not much was really happening, but it was also quick at the same time, because suspenseful music was playing at points where she was kind of freaking out or this and that, so that made it kind of move quick.
So obviously every movie doesn't give you everything right away, but with this movie you literally start with nothing, and throughout the movie you start getting bits and pieces, especially of some parts that they only show for a few seconds and then just keep showing throughout the movie. So you definitely get all of your questions answered. But you could say slowly throughout, like gradually, but most of it comes right at one time. Yeah,
you get like the main thing of like kind of why she's the way she is to a degree, and that's when the movie switches. I think this movie started off pretty strong for it to be like a really, really good movie, but I just don't think it lived up to that towards the end. Yeah. But yeah, overall, I would say it's not that bad. Surprisingly good. Again, if you guys are not new here, you know I'm not the biggest fan of Netflix movies typically. So yeah, that's gonna be the review and our thoughts on The Woman in the Window Netflix movie, but before we go, we gotta give you our ratings.
So I'd give this movie a 72. For me, my favorite part about the movie was just the different shots that they did.
See, the thing about this movie too is it was giving me Disturbia vibes in the beginning, just like watching your neighbor. If you haven't seen that movie with Shia LaBeouf, it was similar, and it was similar with the killer and similar with that, but it ended up being a little different. But my favorite part, and which is what I was saying was starting good, was her just in the house and you trying to figure out, like, is she crazy, is she not crazy? Yeah. Her creeping on the neighbors, like, I was digging that vibe.
Yeah, and for her not ever leaving her house, it didn't get boring.
Yeah. For me though, I'd probably give this like a 60, mostly because of the ending. Like, the ending is huge, obviously. It had like, it's not everything, but it's a big deal. The ending needs to be good. It's tough to say if I would recommend. I mean, I feel like your score is a recommendation if it's not that bad of a movie, and I don't think it's that bad. It's just the ending for me. So I probably would still recommend it if you're like into this kind of movies and stuff. But I'm warning you now, the ending was weird for me and for you. So. Yeah, so you can take that as, you know, what you want. Maybe the ending would be fine for you. But anyways, that's our review for Woman in the Window. If you enjoyed the video, definitely leave a like. We appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below your thoughts on the movie if you've seen it or on the book. Or if you have read and watched the movie, definitely let us know what was better. Book, movie, how similar, how different were they? But yeah, either way though, my name is Matt.
My name is Nicole.
And we'll catch you next time.